Well, a record number of Minnesotans voted in yesterday's primary. The Secretary of State's office says 1.1 million people cast a ballot, which is about 25% of the state's eligible voters. The previous high was back in 2018 with about 925,000 ballots cast. Those unofficial results will be canvassed and finalized in the coming days, but Secretary of State Steve Simon says these early numbers show that Minnesotans continue to value democracy. As for Wisconsin, we're still waiting on those final statewide numbers, but data shows that in Douglas County, voter turnout yesterday was nearly 38%.